This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit.
You see what I'm saying? This is the first time. What happened to the Apollo missions?
That is awesome. Like, we should, as humanity, we should take...
Yeah, we as humanity should take that 72.4 million that NASA gets a day and give it to the homeless or something like that.
A brief moment to go, that's awesome.
Take a brief moment to tell you, welcome to Flat Earth. Be vigilant, my friends. Your adversary, the devil, walks around as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour.
All right, y'all. What do y'all make of this? Tell me. Earlier this morning, I saw somebody post about Spencer Cox, the current governor of Utah, possibly being a crisis actor. So I had to look it up myself. So I went to IMDb. Here is his page. This is my screenshot that I took of it. What do y'all think? What do we make of this?
Wow, look at all those lines in the sky. I've never seen clouds like that before. Ooh, did you hear? We're going back to the moon.
You mean back to the studio, right? Because we never went to the moon and everything was staged.
Oh my gosh, that celebrity looks awful. Must have ran out of her adrenochrome. Oh, look, kids, look at the dinosaurs.
AKA dragons, am I right? Because dinosaurs are really dragons.
What do you think about that comet coming in November that everyone's saying is aliens?
Probably just a rollout of Project Bluebeam.
I don't know. He's just not the same Kanye that I used to know.
That MK Ultra will get to you.
This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. Like, we should, as humanity, we should take a brief moment to go, that's awesome. One of the things, this is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit.
Did bro just slip up and say this is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon? Wow. Imagine believing this. Do you guys actually believe, look at this. Do you believe that we've been to the moon before? Do you believe that we can actually go to the moon? Did you know that the moon is not a solid object, that it's, a hologram? It's a projection. It's within the firmament, just like all of our ancestors told us. This is absolute garbage. And you are incredibly unintelligent if you believe this, straight up.
First time in 50 years, NASA is going back to the moon. The space agency planning a crewed mission that could launch as soon as February next year. It'll see 4 astronauts fly around the moon for 10 days and also one person who's never been to space before. It'll take the crew further into space than any human has before.
First time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. First time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome.
What's going on here?
First time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome.
So, wait a second. This is the first time that they're going to send humans to the moon, but it's also the first time in 50 years. Which one is it? NASA, pick a timeline, because you can't have both. I mean, either you're making history or you're just going to be replaying the greatest hits from the 60s, Honestly, at this point, even the scriptwriters at NASA's seem very confused. Someone pass them a calendar.
Hey, did you hear that man's going to be on the moon for the first time and they're going to have low Earth orbit? Oh my gosh. Like, what they said in 1969 might not have happened. Yeah, that's crazy. For the first time ever. And don't let me tell you, let me have you listen to the NASA astronaut tell you in his own words, with his own mouth and his own face, with his own little NASA little outfit on, and he's going to tell you for the first time we're going to have humans on the moon. For the first time is what I'm being told by this NASA guy who looks really, really handsome, great hair, great eyes.
This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome.
I'm just some crazy whack job that likes to sip on some Shiraz on a Monday night.
Do any of us believe anything about our history anymore?
I used to believe that what was in the textbooks was true. What was on TV was the real news, and that if anything big or earth-shattering happened, the government would have our best interest in mind and tell us the whole truth. But those days are over. I don't believe that anymore. And I may not have the whole truth yet. I may never get the whole truth, but I know this, that what they fed us as the truth is false. We've been fed a version of history that was specifically designed to create very specific beliefs, to warp our perspective of who we are, who they are, and what is actually happening, and it's all false. We've been taught we're free, but when you try to exercise the right to withdraw consent to participate, they act like it's a crime and they try to scare you. We participate out of fear and we pay under duress. It's slavery. The mainstream media supports the false narrative. It does the bidding of the owners. It suppresses the truth or it twists it so that nobody ever really knows what's true. And that is intentional. It is chaos that has been created on purpose to keep us distracted, disconnected, sick, confused, angry, most of all, scared of them and scared of each other. So we never notice that it's all set up that way. It's an illusion. We think we're funding our own safety when we contribute to it, but we're really funding our own captivity.
So y'all know that asteroid that's supposed to hit us in 2032? NASA says will destroy the moon. Well, they're trying to nuke the asteroid before it gets to us. Yes, believe it or not, they're trying to send a nuke into space. Now, a lot of us know that this is just a lie. Why is it a lie? Because we know that we live in a firmament. They can't get there. Go figure. It's literally in Genesis. Just open up the Haven app and it says, Genesis 1 verse 6, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. Let it divide the waters from the waters. Hold on, go to verse 7. It says, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. So my theory is that they are so desperate and they know what times we are in, they're going to try and crack the firmament with a nuke. It's probably going to go terribly wrong. Remember, there's been people who's literally said verbatim that they've put cracks in the glass ceiling or the glass sky or the glass upper. There's people who's already said that. And now they're trying to play us by saying that they're going to try to nuke an asteroid by 2032 because it's coming to us in 2032. This is just their way to try to crack the firmament. One last hoorah to try to get to God. There's no way that y'all don't see it. Mind you, they're trying to go to space in February. Go figure, right?
To all you newbies out there that are starting to wake up, I just wanted to let you guys know that NASA in Hebrew actually means to deceive. And they are very deceiving. Actually, right now, if you'd like, go on Google Earth and go out to Greenland, actually not Greenland, sorry, Iceland, because Iceland is more green and Greenland is actually more ice, and actually scroll into an area, like just kind of, I don't know, just do your own research around on Google Earth and look at the landscape. It's very much so what they would show you of them, quote unquote, going to Mars, which is fake. And there's NASA vans out there and a rover and everything. You're living in the Truman Show, dude. We never went to the moon. For all you people out there and non-believers, if you actually believe in God and you've read the Bible or have studied, there is a firmament. The earth is flat. And yeah, have a great day.
I must be hearing things.
This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. Like, we should, as humanity, we should take a brief moment to go, that's awesome. One of the things that we most asked for and look forward to is we are going to do a crew conference between Integrity and the International Space Station, the crew that's up there.
What the? I thought people went to the moon already. That's what I was told my whole life. So what do you mean people are going to the moon for the first time? Remember? I thought people already walked on the moon. So what is that guy talking about? Something's going on out here, guys. Because the last time I checked, I walked on the moon a long time ago. Probably before I was born, who knows? I gotta check the date. But I remember people saying that they walked on the moon already. That's how this flag got there, right? This is how they put the flag on the moon, right? I wonder if it's still there. Something's going on out here, guys. 2025 is starting to unravel. a lot of things. He said it. I didn't say nothing. He said something about the first time that people are going to the moon. He said it. I didn't say nothing.
So did y'all know that on July 21st, 1969, that the Eagle has landed? You know the one where it says one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind? That same day, this picture was taken and put in the newspaper. Just a quick reminder that it took 3 days to get back from the moon, and pictures had to be developed back in the 1960s.
What would you say if I told you that the sun is not 93 million miles away, and that it is not as big as they say it is, and it is not even what they say it is? Its constituent, what makes it up. Is it a big ball of gas and fire? We're going to talk about it, and I want to hear your thoughts, because this image here is very telling. You may be thinking, that's just beautiful sun rays shining through a cloud. But if you were to measure the distance from this ray touching the water there, and this ray touching the water over here, you could, with a mathematical formula, find the convergence point, the angle, and find a convergence point for the sun to know its true distance above the Earth. But this is how big they say the Earth is in comparison to the size of the sun. However, if this was the case, then you would not see rays of light coming to Earth at different angles. What do I mean by that? Look at this. The rays of light from the sun, because we're so small and so far away from it and it's so big, the rays of light would be coming basically parallel at when it's hitting the Earth, the rays of light. The fact that the rays of light are coming in at this much, like a 45-degree angle, follow them to their convergence point. Is the sun 93 million miles away right behind those clouds? Or is it literally a few miles? And this image rather, is trending on Reddit because people are saying, how the hell is that side of the moon lit up when the moon is said to be lit from the reflection of light on it? But the sun clearly is behind the moon, but yet the front of the moon is lit up. We may have been lied to. Comment your thoughts below.
The Bible doesn't point us to the South Pole. It points us to Zion, to the center, to the mountain of God. You've been told magnetic north is just magnetism, some drifting pole on a spinning ball, but the scripture speaks of a place. Not imagery, not symbolic, but a real place where the throne of God touches earth. Beautiful in elevation, the joy of all the earth. Mount Zion in the far north, the city of the great king. Psalm 48:2. In the far north, not Jerusalem, not a metaphor, but a mount, the center. And ancient maps reflect this, a magnetic center ringed by nations, oceans, and the ends of the earth. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God shines forth. Psalm 52. You've seen those ancient depictions, a central landmass surrounded by waters, guarded by ice. That's not a fantasy, that's biblical geology. And the enemy's greatest deception is scrambling that map. So you never look for what's true north, you never ascend the mountain. You never realize where the throne is. I used to think this was just poetic, but now I think it is prophetic. That Zion is real, that it is north, and that it's magnetic, because God's presence draws his people home. What if your compass didn't point to a pole, but to a mountain? What if magnetic north is God's footprint, drawing the remnant back to Zion?
And I don't care what nobody say. Y'all not gonna convince me that we went to the moon, because we did not. It's funny, I've been having this debate with one of my friends for a few weeks. You telling me we went to the moon how many decades ago, and we ain't been back since? Okay, make it make sense. And the evidence is mad sketchy too, because you telling me Nixon picked up that old ass landline, rotary ass phone, and talked to the moon? We didn't have no smartphones back then, much less no intergalactic. What kind of, how many minutes you think that was? Intergalactic minutes? What? No. Photos look fake as hell. Footage look fake as hell. Especially because the Buzz Lightyear nigga, the original Buzz Lightyear nigga, Buzz whoever, even said it himself multiple times. Like, he was joking. But we ain't going to no damn moon. Like, be so for real. Please, be so for real. I need to see real receipts. I need to see them, because you're not finna convince me we went to the moon. You're not. It's giving propaganda.
Nixon called the moon on a landline. He called them up and they answered straight away. They didn't have mobile phones back then, and they had to make notes with paper and a pen. But the landline worked and there wasn't a delay. Oh, they passed through radiation fire. They didn't conspire, so don't inquire. They didn't wear wires and they're not liars. They wore the attire, they're not actors for hire. Oh, they passed through radiation fire in a craft that looked like a tumble dryer. But they didn't wear wires and they're not liars. So just believe what I say. vision was black and white, but they managed to get to the moon just right. Cause of 1969 technology, oh, they passed through radiation fire. They didn't conspire, so don't inquire. They didn't wear wires and they're not liars. They wore the attire, they're not actors for hire. They passed through radiation fire in a craft that looked like a tumble dryer, but they didn't wear wires and they're not liars. So just believe what I say. Now if you got a problem with all that, then you probably think the earth is flat. You don't understand science, you believe in giants, and it's just more conspiracies. Oh, they passed the radiation fire. They didn't conspire, so don't inquire. They didn't wear wires and they're not liars. They wore the attire, they're not actors for hire. They passed the radiation fire in a craft that looked like a tumble dryer, but they didn't wear wires and they're not liars. So just believe what I say.
The flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.